Hello everyone, welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm going to show you step by step how to tune any car to rear wheel drift. So let's get started. To be honest, I don't want to go wild with the horsepower because it's going to be a chill build. So I might stick with the same engine here. Here, you can max out the engine. It's up to you how much power you need from the car. Race brakes for sure, as would drift suspension on anti-roll bars. The roll cage is up to you. Finally, maximal weight reduction. For the transmission, max up everything. You may choose the drift transmission, but I like the race transmission or the 7-speed. Of course, we need to install the drift differential. I'm sorry I skipped the tires by mistake, but I usually prefer snow tires and highly recommend them, especially when building a rear drift tune because we need the least amount of grip possible. You can also go with sports tires depending on your style, but trust me, snow tires are the best. For the front tire width, I normally go one size larger than the factory size, and for the rear, you may go bigger by 10% to 15%, depending on how much horsepower your vehicle has. For the tire size, it doesn't matter too much, but for the track width, both must be all the way out. For now, let's try it and see how it runs. Go to the Horizon Festival, where you may test drive the car and see how it feels. The last thing you want to adjust are the gearings for tuning. For the tires, I recommend to go all the way to the lowest bar possible to get less grip, and for the front, I normally do it one less. I put the alignment front camber on -1.5 for the rear -1, and we can tweak it from there when we test drive the car. And for the toe, you don't have to change it simply for the high horsepower tune when you have your camber greater than 3 to 5 negative. For the rear toe, you can put it on 1 to 2 positive max if you feel you need more grip, and for the front caster, at least 6.5 to 7. When it comes to anti-roll bars, I often start with 30 degrees of stiffness for the front and 20 degrees for the rear, primarily to prevent rear wheel slip. Now, when it comes to the springs, you might notice that the Formula Drift cars have really soft ones. Personally, I'm not a fan of this setup because the car ends up feeling too soft. Therefore, I suggest keeping it quite stiff. Rebound damping can be set to a starting value of 5 for the front and rear, and bump damping can be set to a starting value of 5 or less than one number for either the front or the rear. To make the tandem easier, you should put your brake position to 65 degrees. Acceleration and deceleration for both 100. Let's give the vehicle a spin. For the gearing first, you need to tune the final. You don't want your RPM to hit the red line. So for me, it's 8. And what you need to do is to find the sweet spot between the 7 to 8, and you don't want it to bounce a lot. This graph I'm about to show you in a second, I'm going to show you how to switch it on. You can check your suspension, how it's functioning camber, and the heat of the wheels. With the camber, you always need it to be negative, not positive. Positive means wheels moving off the road and you lose grip. With the heat, you can tune your camber. You need the wheel become heated first at the middle, initially. Here, you can switch on the telemetry. Just need to put any button. Like for me, I put LB and make sure steering on simulation, not standard. So you don't get understeer traction off and stability off for sure. As you can see, small modifications, we can control it easily. Now I'm test driving it through the corners to see how it'll react. And that's it for the tune, guys. I hope you like it. If anybody have any questions for tunes, leave it in the comments. And if you stayed so far, make sure to press that subscribe. Trust me, you won't regret it. Will be plenty of events, race, drift, drag, and rally too, and a lot of giveaways. Thank you for watching.